Hey everybody, welcome to Cultured. It's your homegirl. It's your host, Bromley Susan Kurovilla. This is our first/introductory episode of this podcast. And I can't wait to tell you guys about how I came about doing this and what is it that we're going to be talking about. So stay tuned. Let's get to it. So a little bit about myself. I am a medical student here in Sofia, Bulgaria. I'm a fifth-year medical student in Sofisky University. A shout out to everyone who goes there. Right now we're all on pause because of the COVID-19 and we're all sat at home staring at the ceiling. So I thought, if I'm going to be staring at the ceiling, why not stare at the ceiling and talk to people, So if you actually see where I'm sat right now, it is hilarious. I'm sat in my wardrobe in my apartment with the clothes over my head. My friend, super talented friend, Alex, suggested that I find a closed environment, and this is the best I can do. If anyone walks into my room right now, I could scare the G's out of them. So a little bit of a story on how I got around to doing this and what inspired me to do this was growing up, I always knew that I wanted to do something with my voice, but it was at the same time an insecurity for me. I remember when I was in church in Sunday school, I was asked to come up and pray. After I prayed, I got back to my seat and my friend sitting next to me said that the girl behind her said that I sounded like a guy. And obviously that hurt. And I put that in the back of my head and it always used to just float there. And as the years passed by, I pursued singing and speaking, but that insecurity was still there. It was only after I came to Bulgaria, I truly, truly understood the uniqueness that God instills in us, God gives us, and I started embracing it, quite honestly. So continuing my story, I grew up listening to a lot of RJs and radio stations, and I absolutely loved their job. This whole idea of spreading love across a sound system is just mind-blowing to me, and I wrote that down on my bucket list goals. And last year, I decided to tell some of my friends that I always wanted to be an RJ. And a shout out to Francis Scott. My dear friend, he said, probably, why didn't you start a podcast? And I knew what a podcast was, but I didn't think that that was something that I would do. But, in very little time after that, about a year, I decided to do a podcast. So here I am. So I'm super excited about the things that we're going to talk about because I intend to talk about music and relationships and hate and insecurities and everything on the face of this earth that is interesting and fun. And I intend to bring people on to speak with me and, you get to hear their personal stories and whatnot, really. I'm also going to be letting you guys know about the events that are going to be happening at my university. And there's another university here called the Sofia Medical University. And if they have events, I'll be letting you guys know about that. So if you're studying here in Sofia, make sure you attend them and it's going to be good. So that's it for my first episode. And, but I do want to add one thing that is relevant to what we're going through right now with the coronavirus. A friend of mine, shout out to Ellie Stoyanova. She was talking yesterday and she said that, this time has caused her to really appreciate the things that God has placed in her life, like to be able to sit around and talk and hug people and shake hands and to love on people and not go to the store and worry about the next week's food and not worry about toilet paper. and to go out, get some fresh air and things, So to take this time to really, again, to appreciate everything that we have in our lives. I feel like after all this is over, I'm just going to go on the street and just hug random people. Spread the love that I was lacking, But yeah, thank you, Ellie, for making that point, and I was thinking as she was saying that, I was like, I'm going to put that in my podcast. I don't know how many of you saw that meme about introverts really loving this season and us extroverts are like dying inside. We're like, no, can't stay in this house no more. But I truly meant it when I said I just want to run outside and just like hug people when it's all over. So I'm going to wrap it up with that, guys. I just want to tell you guys to stay healthy, wash your hands, drink a lot of lemon juice, and be blessed. I will speak to you guys soon. Bye-bye, you guys.